longer interested in, we put it right there. And we constantly look at it, and every time you think about anything, oh, well, oh, I'm thinking about this, but I really want to think about that, that we create that.
I told my daughter-in-law how to do it last week, and son of a gun, if she didn't turn around and get it banned. High payments though, and I thought, oh, God, I
See,
shouldn't have
we
told
put
her.
enough thought to something, we will create what we want.
Yeah. Okay, thank you very much.
Well, Alex?
I do volunteer work.
Uh-huh.
I always feel, not guilty, but I wonder if I'm not, if I should be doing more.
Like, what do you mean by that?
Well, I do volunteer work for American Cancer.
I know, but why would you
A couple
think-
days a week.
Why do you want to do more? Are you retired, gentlemen?
Yeah, I'm retired. And also deliver meals.
And you think you should do more?
Well, I don't know if I should do more.
I don't get yes on that. I don't get yes. There's a, when I first started this, I was doing it for free. You know how you get started into something. I was working full time. And there comes a point of no return. I call it the no return sign. It's like we can give so much of our life to something, but then if it interferes with what we call normal living, then it takes from our life. So as long as we have something that enhances our life and we feel good about it, we should be very careful not to overdo, because then it takes from our life force to maintain our life. Do you see the difference? Now if you got paid, what if you did volunteer work 2 days a week?
No.
You got paid 2 days a week, then that's a balance. Because the second 2 days is giving to your life by paying for your time.
But I'm being paid by the government anyway. A retirement check.
That's the same thing. That's for the efforts of your past.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay, so
I look for balance and stuff. We
Okay,
can only do so much for free.
I learned how to do reflexology. But I
Now
don't-
that's great.
But I'm trying to give that away also.
Duh.
Well, because I don't need the money. I don't need the money.
Okay,
So
let me do it this way. I can talk all day and give information free for nothing. In fact, I have friends and family do that to me.
okay.
And there's a line that I have to draw, because I have found, and human beings are this way, so be careful how words sound. I don't mean to,
I know,
Okay,
I know
if you give it
exactly
away-
I know what
okay.
you're getting ready to say.
Okay.
They don't get value.
they don't give the value. I don't care if you
Okay,
charge
but-
$10 session as long as you do something.
Okay, so what I've been doing is giving to people that I know. I've been giving to them free the people that I know that will get value. Or,
Right.
Or they, you know.
People who need the attention sometimes don't need it as much as they need the emotional attention versus the physical attention.
Okay.
And that's why I think you're given to that valued group.
Okay.
Okay? You can never replace giving love to somebody.
Yeah.
So the people who are needing it physically will teach you because they need it for their own personal well-being and gain. Watch the difference. And those are the people you sometimes also need to start charging to, because they will lessen you as a person by enhancing and better their life. But the ones who need it emotionally and spiritually are the ones we should give it to free. That makes sense?
It makes sense to me.
Okay, thank you.
Uh,
Okay, another question.
my
Hey, Martha?
brother,
Older or younger?
a couple of years younger.
First name only, what people call him?
Frederick.
Frederick? Fred?
Yeah, Fred.
I found it. Question.
I don't think he thinks that I care about. I mean, when we were growing up, we were just two, and I had to more or less look after him while mom was out working, and he thinks that we had a few fights, but
As boys or men?
as boys.
As boys, okay.
He recently he said, I don't think, when I was growing up, I didn't think that you liked me. And I think he carried it on to,
Wow.
but I do. I mean, I looked out for him and helped pay part of his college tuition and everything.
If you could ask me a question for your brother,
For my brother?
I mean, what would you like to know? If you could formulate me a thought so I could look at it, how would you want me to?
I don't,
Oh, can I just talk?
yeah, the problem,
Okay.
Yeah, the problem I have
Okay.
with that is my brother and I have only made contact with each other a half dozen times in the last 40 years.
Where does he live?
He lives in Bangor right now, but he was living in Pasadena.
Is Bangor up this way?
Bangor's below Chico.
Wow.
Little small town.
Yeah, our lives, okay, so you made contact a few times, and what would you like to ask then? I think you're so different in personality that you may not be seeing
We are different.
very different. I've already been talking to your brother, I know him, and just flow with this, okay? He really likes you, but he's jealous of you. In his life, he's a moody broody, someone who looks at the downside as though God didn't give him everything that he was deserving.
And I see him exactly
No,
the opposite. of
but
that.
remember, I'm seeing what's inside.
Right.
And he does like you, he knows who you are, he admires you, whatever that means to him. And on some level, his comment those many years ago, he needs your attention. If you came to him and you talked to him and you gave him attention, he would take it from you. But I don't know if you'd seek it out to give it to you. See?
He does.
I just see two different types of peoples, and you just happen to be born to the same parents. And because you took care of him, it's like he needed to be taken care of because he was the youngest, but poor mom, and she had to go out, so it's like there's a fine line of how clear I can get the information. I wouldn't say he martyred himself, but poor me was certainly part of his vocabulary at times. Huh?
I don't get him that way at all, but
That's why the communication hasn't been there. He wants you to seek him out.
yeah. You know, I mean, he's got everything he wants.
And he's- right.
So you know,
But you know, you can have stuff and not be happy.
well, yeah, he's got.
He sees you happy.
Yeah, he's got stuff and I don't. He's got property. He's got stuff, and that's what he wants. His stuff.
But
So
stuff doesn't
I-
make us happy.
I know that.
Right.
I know that.
That's what I'm
but I
saying.
don't think he knows that.
That's my.
Yeah, he doesn't know that.
Did I say it right? Didn't I say
Yeah,
that?
you did.
Okay,
You did.
but I can't tell him that because
His journey is to see the value.
his journey is over there with the people that are thumping the Bibles.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that's where he is. I'm not saying that that's the wrong way because
It's not the wrong way.
Every way is the right way as far as I'm concerned.
Right.
But I can't tell him that things won't make him happy because that's his whole life. He's been accumulating things. He's got things that he's had.
A lot of us come from wealthy I've come from a marriage that we live very, very well. And I certainly have never been happier since I've been divorced. And it has nothing to do with him. It was a lot of me.
Right.
And I did find out that money sure doesn't buy happiness. And unfortunately, and because the tapes on make a statement, because I get copies of these, one reason I like the spiritual church, and I'm a minister in the spiritual church, in my little office in Citrus and Fair Oaks, I say more God things have happened in this little space than most people have in a whole year or the lifetime in a church. That's because people who are truly not happy try and find the words of wisdom and happiness within the Bible. The people who are in this arena, God and the universe and love is all around us. It's right here, right now. And I feel like there's a delineation between those people that are stuck in that arena versus people who can come to this and still be happy.
Well, there's two different reasons. One, they think that we were born in sin, and we don't believe that. You know, so they.
You got a big. I asked him a question. He handed me this bouquet that just ripped a big out like this big bucket of stuff here.
Yeah, well,